Hello, welcome back to Visionary Fragrances. Today I'm doing 10 cheap fragrances for men that I would recommend. I've gone through my collection and picked 10 cheap fragrances, and when I say cheap fragrances, we're looking at around 40 to 50 pound and under. Some are going to be around 50 pound, that's the sort of maximum, and some are going to be sort of under 20-30 pounds. So I've got a bit of a variety, and I hope you enjoy the video. I want to try and get through this video within about 10 minutes, around 1 minute per fragrance. I find sometimes I end up waffling on and talking a lot, but I want to try and get through this as quickly as possible. First one, in at number 10, these are in no particular order, just 10 fragrances that are great for the money. This is Carolina Herrera 212 VIP. This is a very boozy, zingy and fresh fragrance. This has notes like passion fruit, vodka, gin, mint, so you get a kind of real boozy vibe. Think of like a fruity cocktail or a fruity vodka drink. That is basically what you get. Very fresh and zingy, really refreshing. I would imagine this to be very good going out, if you're going out to a party or somewhere where there are a lot of people. If you could imagine a place where you would wear Versace Eros, this would be a very good counter fragrance, a fragrance that you could wear instead of Versace Eros. At the time of looking now, it's around £50 for 100ml, so a bit more expensive than I would like, but I bought this for £60. It's a 200ml bottle, so I think that's very good value for money. Another good place to wear this would be the gym, because it gives off the fresh, the clean vibes with the mint. It's got a ginger note as well. You could wear it to the gym, but this is a really good fragrance for the money, good performance, and just a nice fragrance to wear. So number 10, 212 VIP. Number 9, a fragrance that I very rarely hear people talk about. I don't really know why. This is Davidoff Adventure. This is around £20 for 100ml. I had it the wrong way around. This is £20 for 100ml, which I think is a very, very good value for money. It's not going to be a scent that's going to blow you away, or you're going to go, oh, so unique, I've never smelled anything like that. And it opens up quite typical of a designer fragrance. It's got some mandarin orange, lemon, black pepper, but there is a very interesting note in the middle, that's pimento, and that gives this a real kind of spicy kick. That's the best way I can describe it. There's something in there where you go, wow, that is actually really interesting, and it's not something that you smell all the time in fragrances, especially at this price point. It doesn't last a long time, I'll be honest. It's a sort of a fragrance you're gonna need to reapply every 2 or 3 hours, but it does smell fantastic. A time when I like to wear this, when I go to the gym and I take a fragrance in my gym bag, I never take anything expensive, because I'm always worried about taking out of the bag and dropping it on the hard changing room floor. I always take something cheap, or like a decant travel spray, but sometimes I take this, and this works really well after a shower, after a good workout session, because it's got those nice citruses at the top, but also that fiery, chili-like pimento note, which I think is very interesting. So guys, check this one out, really cheap, £20 for 100ml, Davidoff Adventure. Moving on to number 8, my favourite from Abercrombie and Fitch. This is Authentic Night. I bought this for £40 for 100ml, so we're in the kind of right price point that we're going for in this video. This is a sweet, semi-gourmand, spicy fragrance. This opens up with apple note, it's a green apple note, rhubarb, and you've got a lovely vanilla and tonka bean in the dry down, and perhaps a little bit of leather, but nothing kind of serious or strong, just something just to kind of round the vanilla off. If you really search for it, if you compare, if you smell Baccarat Rouge 540 and then really try and find that in this, you can smell kind of just slight resemblances. So you can definitely smell a slight resemblance to Baccarat Rouge in this, because of the sweetness, and it's just got a kind of similar vibe in the base, but they don't smell all that alike. But it just gives you an idea of what kind of fragrance this is. It's a sweet fragrance, it's quite airy, and it's got a nice kind of fruity spice to it as well. So I think this is a really good offering from Abercrombie and Fitch. They're not known massively for their they're high quality fragrances, they're kind of cheap teenager type colognes. But this one I think is actually a really good option. Good if you're going to a night out. This is a night out fragrance for me, where, you know, goes with the name, authentic night. You want to wear this in the evening, I would say. It's more geared towards that kind of environment. But I was really impressed when I first tried it. I remember trying this in a shop in Europe, in like a Sephora, and I was like, I'm going to buy that when I go home. I bought it, £40, good value for money. So guys, number 8, Authentic Night, Abercrombie and Fitch. Fresh, spicy, aromatic fragrance in at number 7 from the house Jimmy Choo. This is Jimmy Choo Man Intense. I own this one and the ice one. This is my favourite, I would say, out of the two. I did try the new aqua version, which came out only a few months ago. I tried that in a shop recently. It was okay. It was what you expect, designer aqua flanker. Nothing to write home about. This one, a bit more interesting. This is a slightly stronger fragrance than the other two that we just mentioned. This opens up with melon, lavender. You've got a kind of a black pepper and geranium mid, I would say, and you've got a kind of sweet base of tonka bean. There's a nice sweetness in here, which you don't get in ice and aqua. This one is kind of a casual, all-day fragrance, I suppose. It's not very expensive. I bought this for around £35. I just checked now. From the Tino, you can buy this 100ml for 40, or you can buy a 50ml for around £25, so it's within our kind of price point. I wouldn't say this is a fresh fragrance or a real a dark fragrance or sweet fragrance for the night time. This kind of sits in the middle, really. This would be good to wear to the office. It'd be good to wear after the gym, to the gym, going on a date if you want to wear this. Although if you're going on a date, wear something a bit more interesting. But no, this would work well in any situation. This is Jimmy Choo Man Intense in at number 8. I love coffee in fragrances. In number 6, I've got a fragrance with the note of coffee in, and that is Salvatore Ferragamo Womo. I bought this for £35 for 100ml. Now it's around £40 to £45 for 100ml because prices have increased over the last couple of months. This smells similar to the dessert tiramisu. They're not exactly the same, but there's hints of that kind of dessert in this because you've got a cocoa coffee-like note, and this has a lovely spicy opening, cardamom, and you've got some kind of fruity notes as well, like a mandarin or something like that, some black pepper and some sweet notes as well in the mid. But this has a coffee note in. It's sort of a semi-gourmand and it's really pleasant to wear. It's a beautiful fragrance, and for the price I think it's wonderful. This could be worn. Again, this is like the last one, the Jimmy Choo one. This is not one that I could just say it's a fresh daytime one or a nighttime fragrance. This would work really well casually, all day, any occasion. This is going to work well. You can wear it in the summer and the winter and in between. I would say this would be a really good date night fragrance, especially if you're going on a first date and you don't know the person all that well and you want to wear something that's kind of seductive but not going to offend anyone. This would be the perfect choice actually, because cardamom is a fantastic note to wear in date night fragrances because it's spicy and seductive, and generally fragrances with cardamom in just smell really kind of romantic in my opinion, and they're great for date night. So if you're looking for a date night fragrance and you want to wear something that's not going to offend anyone but it's going to be really pleasant to smell, I would go for this. This is Womo by Salvatore Ferragamo. I spoke about this fragrance, number 4, previously on my channel, and for good reason. I really enjoy this, and for the price I think it's absolutely fantastic. This is a Dunhill Icon, the original Dunhill Icon, not the blue, the red, the racing, all the other ones they've got. Although they are pleasant, I'll talk about them another time. I'll do a comparison of the Dunhill Icons. This one is the best one. This opens up with neroli and bergamot, and you've got a real kind of heavy black pepper note in the mid. You've also got a cardamom note and some juniper berries. Cardamom, I don't get that much, it's in there slightly, but neroli, black pepper and juniper are the main notes I get. The black pepper is really strong. If you spray this too much, like around your neck, it can make you sneeze. And you get the neroli. It's a real beautiful kind of orange blossom neroli really nice to wear. This one lasts a long time as well. You get good performance from this, and I think I paid £35 for 100ml, and it's still that price. So if you can still pick it up for that price, I would definitely recommend getting it. The bottle weighs so much. This is almost empty. There's pretty much nothing left in here. It still weighs about 1 kilogram. It's a solid bottle, and it's a solid fragrance as well. This is one you can wear to the office. It's office friendly. It's a daytime fragrance, fresh, invigorating, good for spring and summer, or to the gym. They're the occasions I'd wear this. £40 maximum you can buy this for 100ml. Dunhill Icon. That last one, Dunhill Icon, was actually number 5. Bentley For Men Intense is our number 4. This is a very, very masculine fragrance, not unisex whatsoever. This is a masculine fragrance. This is rum, this is leather, this is incense. Very strong and very polarizing. I bought this one for £25 for 100ml. So this is a out and out cheapie, and I believe you can still buy it at that price. It's one of those fragrances that people just know. It's been spoken about a lot as being one of the best cheap fragrances around, and it's still in that category. The perfumer Natalie Lawson is a fantastic perfumer. She's made some really great fragrances, a lot of the ones that I own and I really enjoy, and a lot of the fragrances she makes are really good value for money as well. So she creates a quality product that smells expensive, but it's a cheap price, and this smells expensive. There's no doubt about it. You spray this on, and if it wasn't in a Bentley bottle, if it was in any other bottle, a Guerlain bottle or Dior bottle, you would say it smells really good. I don't think there's any kind of obvious signs that this is a cheap fragrance. It's long lasting, it's polarizing, and it's a statement making fragrance for somebody that wants to stand out. Wouldn't wear this casually. This is a fragrance you are going to want to wear when you're dressed up in a suit or dressed out in a leather jacket going on a night out and you want to impress. This is Bentley For Men Intense, number 4. Number 3, Armaf Club de Nuit Milestone. My favourite from Armaf. This is a kind of copy of this one. This is a vintage bottle of Creed Millésime Impérial, one of my favourite fragrances. I'm lucky to have this 9-year-old batch. It's a wonderful fragrance. If you can get your hands on a vintage bottle, I'd recommend it highly. The new batches of Millésime Impérial are nothing like the old ones. They're more, haven't got a salty, ambergris like note. It's more kind of more fruity and lighter, and it's just nothing like the older batches. This one, however, I'll spray it on a test strip, has a salty vibe to it. Smells very similar to the original Millésime Impérial. Doesn't smell exactly the same, and it's not going to smell exactly the same. The quality of Creed back then was unbelievable. They used really amazing raw materials, and you could definitely smell the quality in that bottle of the brand. This one is a £30 to £40 fragrance. I think I paid £35 for it. You're not going to get the same quality that is in the old school Creed, but you certainly get the similar vibe. It's salty, it's fresh, and it smells like you are at the beach smelling that kind of beautiful sea salt, breezy air. So this one, great for summer, great for when you want to refresh yourself. This one would be a really good holiday fragrance if you're going away to a beach resort or somewhere like that. This is going to work absolutely wonderful. If you imagine you are sunbathing all day, you go take a shower, you wear this for the evening, you're going to kind of smell similar to the air around you as you're walking around the beach resort. So this one is Club de Nuit Milestone, and this is at number 3. Number 2, this is one of the first kind of fragrances I bought on my fragrance journey when I was just getting into collecting fragrances. This was one of the first ones I bought. This is Lalique Encre Noir Sport. So Lalique Encre Noir. You could have put either of the 3 fragrances, the original, this one, or the A la Extreme, in this list. All 3 are very good, high quality fragrances for your money. This one is my favourite though, because the other 2, the Encre Noir original and the A la Extreme, are kind of too dark and green for me. They are all of these fragrances, all 3 of them, are based around the note of vetiver. It's a kind of green, earthy note. Imagine like you're walking through a damp forest. That is kind of the vetiver you get in these 3 fragrances. The other two are too dark and mysterious for me, and they're not that easy to wear. But this one, this sport flanker, opens up with grapefruit and bergamot, so you've got some beautiful citruses in the opening, which completely change it for me. They really make this so much easier to wear, and they work so well with the vetiver that's in the base. This is a fantastic casual fragrance, a fragrance to wear anywhere, to the office, to the gym, and it works really well in the gym actually. I wore this to the gym a few times and it projects really well, especially when you start sweating and you can really smell it, but it doesn't project in a cloying way. You just smell clean and fresh, and it just, yeah, it's a lovely smell. It's a real fruity green smell, so if it projects out, but it projects out in a really good way. So number two, a fragrance that you can buy for around 20 to 25 £, Encre Noir Sport. In at number one, this is the strongest blue fragrance I've tried in any price point. But we're lucky, because this one is under £30. This is Davidoff Cool Water Intense. I've got two of these bottles. This one's 125ml. I bought this for £28. You can buy 75ml at under £20. So it's well within our kind of our price budget for this video. And this one is a fantastic value for money. This opens up with a green mandarin note, and you've got a coconut vibe in the middle and an amber base. So this smells very similar to a kind of sport shower gel. That's how I would describe it. If you get a high quality sport shower gel, this is what it smells like. So if you are looking for a fragrance that's going to smell clean, fresh and invigorating, this is going to be a great choice. You can wear this pretty much anywhere. You can wear this casually, to work, to the gym, on a date night, clubbing. You can wear this anywhere, and what's great about this is this really projects. This is one of the strongest fragrances that I've got in my collection, I would say, in terms of projection. Lasts a long time on my skin as well. It doesn't last hours, it's going to last sort of 6 to 8 hours, but it projects really loudly, especially in the first couple of hours, and people will be able to smell you and people will notice you. So the smell itself is not going to blow you away as a unique smell, but it smells fresh, it smells clean, and as I told you, it smells like a sport version shower gel. So if that's something you're interested in, a fragrance that's great performance, under £30, check this out. Davidoff Cool Water Intense. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long. 10 fantastic cheap fragrances that you can buy under £50. Hope you got something from this video. Please comment down below your favourite cheap fragrance. Was there something I didn't mention? I'm sure there's many good cheap fragrances, but guys, let me know your favourite cheap fragrances, and I'll see you in a few days with another video. Take care.